We'll now go to the gentleman from Wisconsin, Mr. Fitzgerald, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, for being here today. Appreciate it. I'm kind of jumping around because I'm trying not to be redundant with some of the other questions that have been already asked. But one of the dichotomies, I think, is that many of us are bringing up kind of the same question related to different areas, not necessarily in my district, but San Francisco had like 856 housing units last year through October. And then I know Texas was brought up by Mr. Muser earlier, New Braunfels, Texas, which has become kind of a poster child for a huge housing boom, 1,940 units in the same period. Do you think affirmatively furthering fair housing rule, that rule will help or hamper kind of just natural development by home builders throughout the nation? Have you taken a look at that issue and how the rule could affect that?
First off, I'm not at liberty to talk about a rule that is in the process of being reviewed.
Well, how about your opinion just on, I mean, you're watching the same trends, I'm sure, where some areas are developing and have better strategies for home building than others. And I'm wondering how you view that and kind of what your take is on how you can advance that and how you can help in that regard.
I meet with home builders regularly. They know that the rule is there. They have the opportunity to comment on the rule. We will look at their comments and we will try to accommodate as best we can their concerns.
Right. Very good. I'm just concerned that there's, it hasn't been a kind of formal opinion. And I meet with home builders too, both in my district in Wisconsin and obviously those that may come in with one of the associations. And they all have the same frustrations, which I think is that they'll go to a municipality, they'll have a discussion with the home builder, the city council or the village board will say, we'd love to build a new subdivision, but quite honestly, when the subdivision is completed, the average cost of a home in that subdivision is $500,000. Well, that's not what these municipalities are looking for. That's certainly not advancing, I think, the overall agenda of continuing home building. So I would hope that you would oversee and kind of take a look at how we could advance that. Let me move quickly. Many lenders have stated that the cost and complexity of servicing FHA loan is significantly more compared to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac loans. Are there any plans for HUD to reform FHA's servicing to fall more in line with the GSE's model for servicing?
I'm not aware of any complaints we've received. So
Okay.
if you have people that are saying that to you, please have them contact us.
Okay, very good. And while I know you don't directly oversee FHFA, they plan to require, I think this came up earlier today, they plan to require Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to transition from the current requirements that lenders provide credit reports for all three national consumer reporting agencies to 2. Have you guys monitored this, and do you think at some point HUD will examine how the proposed move by FHFA to a buy-merge system will affect HUD's goal of increasing home ownership?
And we'll certainly look at it. I mean, FHA, though, has no plans to go to that model.
Okay, well, I mean, that's, the same thing. I mean, associations are the ones reporting, I think, to the elected members that this is exactly what the issue is. So I would urge you to take a look at it. That would be great.
Oh, we absolutely will.
Yep. And then the last thing real quick, I'm concerned about GSEs taking market share from FHA, leaving FHA with kind of the smaller group of what I would consider riskier mortgages. Riskier mortgages need corresponding controls to kind of ensure eligibility for individuals receiving the FHA insurance. What is HUD's position in kind of protecting taxpayers from the FHA taking on only the riskier mortgages? I think everybody's concerned about that, right?
I would say to them that we have less than a 4% default rate, I would say, which is some of the lowest in the entire industry, conventional and/or FHA. I would also say that our resources, our accounts, are strong and stronger than they have ever been. And so I would say to the public, I think it's a safe bet to bet on FHA.
Very good. Thank you. I yield back.